All right. Welcome back to the Earthboys podcast. My name is Emmy,
And I'm Jaden.
and today I woke Jaden up from his slumber.
Oh, dude, I was out. I feel so bad.
It's all right, dude. I figured you were sleeping, so I said I'm going to give him 15, 20 minutes to sleep it up a little more, and then I'm going to ring the doorbell.
No, you should. I woke up right when you rang the doorbell, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But honestly, feel free to call me. What are you drinking there?
Mountain Dew, Baja Blast, like a sick bastard.
Let's go, me too.
Cheers. Yeah, it was like, well, my next step was, I said, I want to let him wake up on his own. If not, I'm going to ring the doorbell. If that doesn't work in 5 minutes, then I was going to call you. That was my last resort.
You should call me off rip, honestly. Super off topic, but these are tulips, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're nice.
Yeah, those are sick, dude. My mom's got this, it looks like a tulip, but it's not a tulip. It's like the bottom is like a bulb, and you don't water it, you don't do nothing. It's like,
Peonies?
I don't know what it is. It's like a bulb. Like it's like a little thing. It's not even in dirt or nothing. It's just a ball. And then from that ball, it like shoots out one stalk, and then that stalk turns into a flower, and that's it.
What kind of flower is it?
I don't know. I forget what it's called.
I've heard of it before. I think I remember learning about that in elementary school.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but she has one that looks like these like round pinkish type leaves, you know? They look really soft. But it's not even in dirt. You don't water it. You don't do nothing. It just grows, and then that's it. But it's like a bulb on the bottom.
That's interesting. Isn't
Yeah.
that weird?
And it's like encased in like a thin layer of wax. So there's like red wax on it on the outside of the bulb, and then you just leave it there. Like, she doesn't have it in a bowl. It's not in a pot. It's not like, it's just sitting there.
After it sprouts, do you
No, you don't water it at all.
What the-
You don't plant it or nothing. You just leave it like in the thing, and it does its thing, and then it dies, and that's it. That's like the whole point of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wicked wild.
Yeah, it's weird.
I think in the Netherlands, isn't it, that they have like the tulip fields?
Yeah.
Is that where it is?
Somewhere out there.
That would have been cool to see, but I don't think I was anywhere near there when I was out there.
They have some in Washington, I believe.
Really?
They have some that people go to all the time to take pictures and stuff. I had gone a long time ago. I forget who it was. I don't even remember now, but it was a long time ago. We went. I think it was a couple of people from my dorms. They wanted to go like take pictures or do something, and I was like, oh, I'll go. And we drove like, I don't remember how far. It was like 45 minutes to an hour or something like that. And then we got to these fields, and it's just like as far as you can see, it's just tulips.
That's sick.
Out there.
Lavender fields would be cool too.
Lavender would be
but
nice.
aren't those in Italy though? I think.
I don't know where you find lavender.
I'm sure they're everywhere, but
I've only seen them in like nurseries and stuff where
Yeah.
they have like the little like section of the lav, but I've never seen it like
or, like,
in the
Google
wild.
Slides.
Yeah, or Google Slides.
You know, where you're sitting there and it's like someone like forgot to press play on something, and it's just going picture after picture.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Have you noticed that like when you get older, you get like more of an appreciation for just things?
Small little things, yeah.
Yeah, where it's like as a child you'd have been like, who gives a fuck about tulip fields, lavender fields?
Yeah.
But then when you get older, you're like, whoa.
Those are pretty nice.
Yeah,
I feel like you just, as you get older, you just start noticing, you just notice the little details.
Yeah.
You start thinking about how things work and like why they are the way that they are. Once you start understanding that, then it's like, oh, you're humbled a little bit.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie Gladiator?
That's the one with, what's his face?
I think it's Russell Crowe, right? No.
Yeah, it is Russell Crowe.
I always get because Russell Brand is.
Russell Brand is, he's the dude who used to be an actor, and he left Hollywood, and now he just does like.
He's the British guy, right?
He's the British guy who does
I
news
always get
on
messed
YouTube.
up. I love that guy though.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a very smart guy, but yeah, no, it was Russell Brand.
Remember when like he's like
Not Russell Brand, sorry, the other Russell Crowe.
Crowe.
Sorry, I'm a fucking dude.
Hey,
I'm just as barely awake as you are right now.
Imagine we put him in the movie of Gladiator. And now he's like, oh,
Oh my God, is his long curly hair like him just making a joke of everything?
Shit.
Yeah.
But you remember when he in the movie in Gladiator when he dies and you see him walking and then you see his hand like brush across his like wheat field.
Oh yeah.
He lives in like Tuscany, right, or something like
Yeah.
that. That would be cool to like walk down the fucking lavender field and go like,
Just like run your hand over the top of them.
yeah,
Just like in that dream state where you're not like awake, but you're not dreaming either.
Yeah,
you're like
you're
in
just
between. And you're like, you don't remember, you don't even know if it's real or not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or how did you get here? Was it a bad thing or a good thing?
was it a bad or good? You're like, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm definitely walking with God now.
Yeah. I bet the lavender
I'm
fragrance
fucking
would
dead.
smell crazy good.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming it's not as strong as like lavender products, right? But I'm sure it has like a
Yeah,
decent
because
scent to
lavender
it.
products are like the concentrate of
Yeah.
whatever it is, the scent or whatever. Um, if happen to come across a field of lavender, it'll probably smell really nice, but I don't think it'll smell as strong as like
Yeah.
perfume or anything like
Like
that.
somebody blowing perfume in your
Yeah, like
face.
right in your nostril. No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. I um I saw this thing this past weekend, and it had me thinking about it for a couple days. There's this I don't know if it was starting this year or if it was starting last year, but there was like a 9-month cruise that people like opted to go. Yes, people opted to go on this.
9 months?
They
Jesus.
chose to do this, and apparently all these people like they're just going. They're all turning into like TikTokers, and like some person started like a reality TV show or something, like a game show, like
Ew.
to post online. It's like these people have to keep themselves entertained. It's like how many
Oh, that
times,
makes sense. It's basically just like COVID on a boat.
dude? It's like how you're not gonna go to the Lido deck like 5 times a day. You're not gonna watch these fucking performances 3 times a day. It's like the
No.
same thing every single night. Like after a week or two, you know where everything is. You've done everything pretty much.
Yeah.
Like how much longer are you gonna want to stay on the boat, and for what? Like just to say you were on a boat for 9 months, dude? I would lose my fucking mind.
That sounds awful.
Yes, it sounds horrible. It's real. These people
Are they
actually are
still
on
on
this.
the boat?
Yeah, I think so.
What month? I gotta find this. I gotta find out what month.
I don't remember like how far along the journey is now, but just the thought of being on a boat even for 2 weeks with a bunch of strangers is like you're getting there and you're pushing the limit. I don't know, man. Like,
How many tabs do you have open on your phone?
I have like 47 or 50.
I just saw right now. Because I remember you told me, why are you being a sane person in the last podcast? And I just saw your screen right now. Anxiety.
Yeah, I'm gonna look right now. I
I
have
seen this one
57
video
57 tabs.
of this girl. She
That's not
was
that
like,
that's not much.
how many?
57? That's not that much. I've had way more.
That's less than I thought I was going to be knowing you, but like, that's still astronomical. I think the most I've ever had open is 6.
No.
And even then, I thought my life was
That makes me,
falling
dude,
apart.
stop. That makes me queasy. Makes me queasy.
Bro, I thought I was going to wrap my car around a tree or launch it off a bridge or something at that point.
Wrap it around the stop sign down the road.
Yeah.
It says on December 10th, the Serenade of the Seas departed the Miami harbor.
Ew.
It is not a normal cruise. On board were hundreds of passengers who for the ensuing 9 months will live aboard a ship as it travels to 150 ports of call, 60 countries, and 7 continents.
Oh, okay.
All 4 corners, one epic voyage, reads Royal Caribbean's marketing materials for the ultimate world cruise. The prices range from $54,000 to $117,000 per person for 9 months cruise, all around the world. Say there's the first almost exactly 100 years ago, as for around the world tours. There has not, however, been a cruise that has captivated the internet as this one has, creating what many people online are referring to as its own real-time reality show. It's crazy. More than a dozen passengers crew members have begun documenting their travels via TikTok and posting updates from the ship, while a handful of loyal recap accounts distill all the information into bite-sized news updates. A few of the passengers came aboard with the existing followings, like South Africa's influencer, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So there's already a couple influencers on this thing, and then they all started posting. Now everyone on the cruise is posting, which is insane. And so, it's like a video called Things That Stress Me Out on the 9-Month Cruise, in which the poster listed everything from alcoholism to serial killers as potential threats, and a bingo card that included both the first and a second COVID outbreak, a pirate takeover, a wedding, mass STDs, a mental breakdown, and naturally, a podcast upon return.
Yeah, buddy. So, honestly,
That's
it's
insane.
54,000 a person. Say you're buying the bottom of like the barrel tickets,
Yeah.
right? Which still are really good. That's 6,000 a month for those 9 months. I guess that is kind of expensive, but you got to think about it. Like literally
Living.
everything that you're living has been subsidized. Like basically, like
Paid for, whatever,
paid
taken
for. Like
care of.
you're not paying water, you're not paying utilities. Technically, I guess you are. But like
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
all your food that you would eat is
You're
paid
paying for
for.
unlimited food,
I would assume
cleaning
maybe
services.
maybe your drink card, depending if you bought one or you didn't buy
Oh,
one.
right. Yeah.
So like I guess that's actually not terrible, but it's more of like it would feel like a jail sentence at some point.
I think so too. And like the other thing that it wasn't listed in this article that I was skimming through, but somebody was saying that the first round of tickets, so like when they first dropped, it was that those prices like $50,000 to $100,000, and then because not as many people as they thought were buying it, they started lowering the price of entry for some of the lower tier tickets, and so there's some people who paid like 30 grand or something ridiculous. They got a discount, and then the people at the top are like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, we
We
bought
paid
at
full.
the ceiling.
Yeah, we bought at the ceiling, and they
And you guys were
basically
dropping the
Yeah,
floor.
they basically bought the top, and like they can't sell it, and now it's at the bottom, and they're like, "I don't want to sell at the bottom."
Dude,
Type mentality, like they got fucked over basically. So because of the hype, they paid for the hype, like the highest price because they were excited, and then they realized it wasn't capturing as many people as they wanted, so they started lowering the price, and those who had already bought the tickets aren't going to get reimbursed. Like you spent the $100,000 already.
I feel like normal people in general aren't buying a 9-month cruise ticket
No.
because most people have rent, mortgages, fucking things they're
Okay.
tied to.
Yeah. There's not the normal person that can just go, oh yeah, let's take 9-month break.
So it's also like no offense to anyone that may be listening to this, happen to come across this. It doesn't seem like stable people would be buying this unless you're completely retired. Which that's a thing where older people that are retired, depending on how they line up the cruise ships, it's cheaper to live on a cruise ship and have your meals, your room, everything, and having everything there done for you than it is to pay rent.
For other cruises, maybe the ones that aren't as long, you're paying, let's say, like $2,000 a month or something. Like
Yes,
if you,
exactly.
or like if you, let's say you took a 3-month cruise, right? Or let's say it was 3 months, because that's an easier thing to conceptualize for me at least. And you're paying, let's say you pay like 10 grand for the whole trip, or like 9 grand.
Yeah.
It's like, $3,000 a month to be taken care of, unlimited food, events, excursions, whatever the package
And
may
they have
include.
literally everything on a ship.
They have everything. They have a gym,
Movie theater,
bro. They have a pool, everything. Like anything you could you could think to be entertained on a boat. Like they have it there. And for older people, I can understand how that's like entertaining to them. They don't have to worry about nothing. They don't have to clean the room.
Yeah.
They don't have to
Dude,
cook.
people die on cruise ships all the time because they're just old people that live cruise ship to cruise ship till they die.
What a way to go, dude.
Very American.
Very okay, yeah, that I feel like that's very on brand for an American old person to be like, I'm a boomer. I lived during the easiest and best time to make money.
Yeah.
I bought a house for $30,000. I raised a family of 6 off an income that probably couldn't even afford the rent nowadays, like at all.
Yeah.
And now that I made my money and I'm retired and have fuckloads of money in the bank after selling my house for like 800% increased profit.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on cruises for 3 years straight now that I'm an old person, and then they finally fucking die on a cruise. That's insane.
Think about it as, I guess if you're in a retirement home, you're probably not living on a cruise ship, but like, cruise ship sounds better than a retirement home.
Dude, in a retirement home, I feel like you'd be more forgotten, not taken care of as well. Like,
oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be like the bare minimum requirements to be sustained.
Okay,
in a retirement home, I feel like.
Let me hit you with this, since everyone's thinking about being a person on the cruise ship. How much would you have to get paid to be a staff on the cruise ship for those 9 months? I'm sure it's not the same staff that they start with. I'm sure it's like a rotation thing when they dock certain, like, say,
I bet you, yeah, they have a
maids, everything
rotation.
like that. I guarantee some dock, leave, and then get back on, because obviously they said they're docking 150 times.
Yeah.
What that thing said?
Yeah, they're going to 150 ports at like, I don't remember, 60 countries or whatever.
Yeah.
9 continents, yeah.
How much would they have to pay you to? Because I looked into this when I was
if I had to do the full 9 months, I want to make, at the very least, 90 grand for those 9 months. I want to make $10,000 a month.
It's not bad.
Plus, because
it would take a lot to, like, that's a lot of, like, stress on a person. Think about it. You live at work. You sleep at work. You work at work. You live with your coworkers.
Yep. and you don't know what could happen.
Yeah.
You know, there's always an element of danger because you're going all over the world. Like, who knows what could happen, right?
Yeah.
So I'm, at the very least, I want to make, 90 grand. I would say 90 grand. Like,
Yeah, that's not crazy.
you know,
But you take the rest
maybe
of the
the absolute lowest would be like $70,000 or $75,000 for 9 months worth of work, right? Every fucking day working, no days off for 9 months, and then I get 3 months off. I would do that
God,
for
that'd be so hard.
at the very least I would do it for 75 grand.
That would be so hard though, like just to grind that 9 months.
Oh my God, no way.
Because I'm sure you do get a day off or a day or two off.
You probably get one day of like rest,
Yeah.
while other people are covering. You have enough people to cover and give people breaks, throughout
But
the
you're
week.
not really having a day off, You're not like chilling.
You're
playing
still
Xbox.
locked into the area that you're locked into for those 9 months.
Yeah.
Unless you did like a 6 month, quote unquote shift, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after 6 months, then you get sent home, and then you can opt to do another cruise for like a month or something like that. Who knows? God. But those guys, I think those guys are on there for the full 9 months, though.
Do you think that loans out, like, how oil rig workers work? Like, it's like a work hard, play hard job. Obviously, like when they get off their rotation on the oil rig, they have like probably like 100 grand, and like obviously they fuck off till like their next rotation.
Their next roto, yeah.
Yeah, like, do you think that's the same way? Obviously, you're probably not making as much being like wait staff.
Yeah.
But you're still probably making decent money.
I mean, I would like to assume that you get paid enough. You get paid enough to make it worth it, but at the same time, it's like it's probably just on the cusp of like you're barely making enough, because a lot of those workers are like international workers. They're not like all of them are Americans or anything like that.
True.
So let me see, how much do cruise ship employees get paid? We're gonna ask the Google machine here. I'm gonna shake the 8 ball and get an answer.
Shake the 8 ball and get an
So,
answer. It's funny.
Monthly pay for cruise ship worker jobs, I think these are just like cruises that are like a week or something, because the city is San Jose, California. Annual salary is $59,000, so roughly almost $5,000 a month. Let's see. 23. How much do cruise ship workers make? Dude, I don't want to answer this stupid.
So what I got, the salary range of a cruise ship waiter job is from 26,500 to 34,000.
Yeah, so that's like
So
bottom of the barrel.
basically, it's just basically bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Those are probably just like the basic like cleaners, or you know what I mean? There's tiers to it. So like it's saying here,
Top earners is 40. That has to be off.
well, this one here says, according to the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average salary for all captains, mates, and pilots of water vessels is roughly $104,000 a year.
That makes sense.
But the salary for specific roles within that category can vary. Your salary as cruise ship employee may depend on several factors, including tips and gratuities, types of position, experience, skills, the ship, and the cruise liner. So, there's different, staffs. Like there's deck staff, engine staff, medical staff, wellness teams, food service workers. So like it says here, food service worker for on a cruise ship makes $34,000 a year.
I mean, that's basically just a basic serving ship.
Basically just a basic serving job.
They must be making more money than they're putting on, because like, unless you specifically want a cruise ship job, because you could find that in any normal neighborhood.
Yeah, you can work for like islands and make a similar amount. You could work at another restaurant job and make. You could be a bartender and make like $45,000
easily,
easily if you wanted to.
Like you could even make more as like a regular server.
Mm-hmm.
So like my thing is there has to be certain perks that they get that makes it worth it.
I think it's
like maybe they get medical, or maybe they actually make way more when, as far as like, because I doubt that people are getting cash tips on a boat.
No, it's
because I don't think people are bringing cash
unless
on a boat.
Unless when they're eating at like at one of those fancy dinners, and then like somebody has cash on them and they just so happen to give it to the person who was serving them.
Yeah.
I think that would be a little more rare.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's probably because it's like, big parties that are going to the ship and you have to make an appointment for those dinners. You're probably already paying the fee to eat plus the gratuity, and all those gratuities are just added up at the end of the night and then probably distributed. So maybe you're making a couple extra grand.
It's paycheck, honestly, because it's like No one's really realistically bringing cash on them on a boat. Maybe the couple rares, but I think it's probably all added up and put into their paycheck at the end.
Yeah, I think so
It's
too.
got to be.
It's got to be because yeah, base salary 34 for food service worker, deckhand is 36,000, cleaning manager is 37,000, entertainer is just under 40,000, paramedic is 45,000.
You know, it would be like pretty crazy. I don't know if they do or don't. You know how Emirates is like one of those like plane companies, or that brand that has plane companies, and they're very fancy, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're from like the rich part of the Middle East, right?
Oh, right.
Dude, what if they made a cruise ship? I don't know if they do or don't, but like an Emirates cruise ship would be crazy. It'd be literally a palace.
An
on
Emirates,
water.
yeah, it would be a boat made of gold. The toilets would be made of gold. Everything would just be a golden boat. Like you unlock the prestige
With the
skin at
white
the very end
marble
with the
everywhere.
white marble. Like it would be insane. It would actually be crazy. It would be the nicest cruise. Like let's say they took all those billions of dollars that they're using to make the wall city, and instead they just made one giant ass nice cruise ship for rich people. It would be the most insane boat to ever grace the human race, like in existence probably. It would be insane.
Maybe they do have a boat.
Do they?
Does Emirates have a cruise line? Emirates Cruises. Beach bliss, fancy nightlife, and incredible experiences. Wait, hold on. They actually might have a boat.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna look it up here on my end. Emirates Cruise.
Holy shit, they do.
Shit.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, having yeah, this one was an article from April 2nd of last year. Dubai-based airline Emirates is expanding its horizons with the launch of a new cruise line division, Emirates Sea Line, offering ultra-luxury cruise experiences to customers across the globe. The first voyage will depart from Dubai Harbor in April of this year, 2024.
Oh, so this is new. We're not.
This is brand new.
Okay. Yeah, because there's not even really photos of the inside.
Uh-uh.
I mean, it does look kind of nuts, but it looks looks like any other cruise, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for like prices, but there's no.
Oh, you know what it is? Probably because it's just launching.
Probably.
It's probably just launching.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh, I think it was on April Fool's Day that it was posted, so it could be a troll. It could be a troll. Either way, that's pretty funny though. Because you know that if they did something like that, where they did like a luxury cruise liner, it would be nice.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
It'd be like top of the line theater. You know, everything would be as new as it could be, but you'd be paying an arm and a leg to take that cruise.
Not if you're an Emirates customer. You're just paying pennies to you.
Well, duh. That's different. But I'm talking for like. I'm saying for like normal people, like
I'd be interested in the Casey Neistat video for it, because remember when he did the Emirates first class?
Oh yeah,
video
yeah.
Viral
That'd be a cool video. The Emirates first class cruise video.
That would be
from
crazy.
Casey Neistat. That'd be insane. That'd be a really cool video. But yeah, dude, 9-month cruise, dude, could not do it.
No,
I don't. These people don't make enough money for me to be like that's worth it. In my opinion.
In my opinion, yeah.
But those people, they probably like the aspect, like the perks you get with traveling all over the place all the time.
You're probably not paying rent, but I'm sure they're stipending some way of living from your paycheck.
You probably, I don't know, because I'm thinking meals must be provided unless you pay for a meal plan. If they make you pay for a meal plan, that'd be kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? They take it out your salary, like your meal plan or whatever.
I mean, think about it.
That's the only thing that would make sense to me.
They must be like, $10 a day fee for your meals, lodging fee $10 a day. So like you're probably losing like $20, $25 a day being there, but like obviously you're making way more. Mm-hmm. But like, because think about it, they're basically paying your rent and you're eating.
Yeah, they're paying for all your they're taking care of you. The only thing that you're doing is like you're outputting the work that you're putting into this position that you, whatever it is that you do, whether you're an entertainer or, you know, you're a chef or something, or you're part of the cleaning crew.
Like working with fire and like grease and shit like that on a boat. I know they have their shit built into where like it sways so that things don't fall.
Yeah.
But fuck no.
Dude.
That's scary.
Because you see those videos of like when the cruise ships are in rough seas and like all the nice chairs are like rolling across the ground.
No,
and
but I
then,
don't
like,
even.
people are like trying to drink their glass of wine or like
trying to pretend like they're not scared,
dude, and they're just like, oh, I guess this is pretty normal. Meanwhile, furniture is sliding across the entire room, dude.
Table 74 is getting launched across the room.
No, bro. You hear an intercom, like from the employee intercom. They're like, we're gonna need the employees to come to the Lido deck. We had a bunch of tables in the midsection rolling around and breaking windows. Over. It's like, fuck, dude.
I'd just be like, I'm gonna go to my bunk.
You're like, hey, I was sick because of the motion of the ocean.
Yeah.
I was puking my guts out. No, but there is one where it's like a smaller cruise. It's not like the ginormous ones with like 3,000 people on it. It's like a small one, just a couple hundred.
Yeah.
And it was in rough waters, and these people were like in the top front part of the boat.
Stop.
And a wave came and like hit at like the right angle where it smashed the windows in the front, and it was just water all over, like inside the boat. People getting wet, like glass everywhere. Is horrible, dude.
Yeah, dude, you gotta assume that nothing bad like that's gonna happen when you're on a boat, whether you're the staff or you're like the people.
Nah, dude.
I'd never get on a boat again.
Honestly, like, I've been on a cruise one time.
Same.
And that's enough for me.
Me too.
It was one of those, like, obviously the first time is the best time because you don't know what to expect.
Yes. Like,
but then once you get to the end and the charade is done, I don't ever want to do it again.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm glad that I went when it was taken care of because it was my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary, so like the whole family went. So that was cool, but I would never do it again, even if I got invited. And even let's say like somebody was like, oh, I'll pay for your ticket or whatever, like we just want you to come with us. I don't think you could still convince me to be like,
really, just like a free trip, like not that like I'm that freeloader type, but like if it's like fuck.
Okay, I guess maybe it would depend on the people that are going. I just don't care enough to be like, yeah, I'll go again.
I think my biggest like old people thing, because like cruise ships, let's be real, kind of old people thingy. I would say the only thing I really kind of got was the last time I went to Hawaii, and I was like, all right, I kind of get the vibe why people like it. Like personally, I don't like Hawaiian vibe things
because it's like a chill, slow type thing, you know.
I mean, obviously Oahu was like more go go go. It was less chill.
Okay.
But I did enjoy Kauai because it was more like
laid back.
But the food wasn't as good, to be honest with you.
Really?
No.
I would think that for a Hawaiian cruise that they would try to make it good.
No, not a Hawaiian cruise, bro. The islands.
Well, like Hawaiian Islands.
Why'd you say it a cruise?
Because you said it like it was a cruise.
No, Kauai, the food wasn't as good. It was chill. Oahu was way more busy because I was in the heart of the city.
Okay.
But
I see what you mean.
The food was way better.
Yeah.
But like I understood like the why, like why older people were like, let's go to Hawaii.
Sorry, dude, my brain is on backwards.
You're okay, dude. I'm not even functioning right now.
You're not even awake right now.
I've been awake for what?
26 minutes.
40 minutes?
Something like that. 35 minutes.
Yeah. It's fucked
but
up.
Okay, so but you weren't on a boat then, were you?
No.
Oh, okay.
We were at hotels, but like. I get it why like
you can see the vibe for those types of
like if I say I scratched a ticket or whatever and got like $10 million, one of the places I would spend for a month would just be in Hawaii doing nothing,
just be chilling there, just doing like, whatever,
like beach bum, kind of like what are you doing? I don't know,
high roller beach bum life for a month.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm like that guy looks like a bum.
What you would do is you put your Porsche on a shipping boat.
Hell yes.
Have it sent to the big island or whatever island you want to stay at, and then you like rent out an Airbnb for like $10,000 a month just because. $10,000 for the month you're gonna be there. Nice as fuck rich person's house on the beach. You just live at their house, drive your car around the island, chill, do whatever the fuck you want. And you're like, oh, the month's over. Ship my car back, fly over first class, pick the car up wherever at the port.
Dude, that'd be such a nice drive.
That'd be insane. Nice yeah.
Because I didn't even see one Porsche on any of the islands.
It's all like, I assume it's just all like
Toyotas and Jeeps.
Jeeps, yeah.
Yeah. More Toyotas than anything. I think there's more Toyotas than people on the islands.
Well, they're closer to Japan, so.
And also, they're just such reliable vehicles. I see why people buy them.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, that'd be crazy. I think also one of the places I would stay would definitely be like New York. For a month, just to catch the vibe and
get a nice penthouse on Billionaires Row.
Ew, no, just like a normal like place where like it just looks like I'm maybe have a little bit higher than the average income, but nothing where it's like follow him home. You know what I mean?
Like one of those, 3-story brick houses with the stairs going up to the porch,
yes.
and it's like a nice.
That would be a dream.
That'd be awesome, actually.
And then maybe a month in Japan.
But you wouldn't do like a month cruise if you were.
No, hell no.
If you were rich, you wouldn't just be like, I'm gonna be on a boat for a whole month.
What would happen would be like we would get close to Italy and we're gonna pass Italy and I'd dive off the boat and swim to land. It's like, did he jump off 20 stories?
You see, like perfect dive because you're already a natural swimmer. You come up like on a dolphin already.
Yeah.
You're like, the fuck?
Hair got longer, bigger beard. Like, what the
Your
fuck?
hair's like down to the middle of your back. You're ripped as fuck for no reason. Holding on one arm on a dolphin, like jumping 20 feet in the air.
Yeah.
They're like, damn, there he goes. You just go to shore. The dolphin drops you off. You walk up on the rocky beach. It's like a nude beach, and you're like not wearing anything somehow. Yeah. Walking up. It's got just in real life, it's got the black sensor bar.
Yeah.
But it's like extra long, like it has extra length.
Yeah, for no reason.
For no reason.
Calves.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, bro.
Jeez, this guy's slanging. But hilarious. Yeah, no, I went, did the cruise the one time, had some adventures, met some cool people, did some funny stuff, and then I just would never do it again.
Yeah, I feel it.
It's just not in my interest.
Where would be, say, money wasn't like an option right now? Where would be somewhere that you like? Where's your first destination spot as far as traveling? Let's say one in the U.S. and one outside of the U.S. Where would it be?
Okay, outside the U.S., if money wasn't a thing,
and you could bring anybody you want,
and I could bring anybody I want.
Yeah.
I think first place I would go would be to wine country in France. Like away from the city, like somewhere wine country where it's like a nice vineyard or whatever, like 120-year-old house with like 4 generations of families doing wine. And I would just chill out there with like an Italian family for like a couple days and just like learn about, making wine and eating food and just like, just being with the family out in the middle in the country.
Yeah, that's nice.
Just like, because it's so different from what you'd expect, like a city or going to museums or like, visiting the populated areas. There's something about that countryside that's like so peaceful to me, either in Italy, whether it's like Italian countryside or like French wine countryside. Mm-hmm. There's something about like when I see pictures of that area where I'm like, I want to spend a week there and just like learn whatever I can, take pictures or whatever, and just like, it's not anything crazy, you know what I mean? But like that's the first thing that comes to mind. It's like I want to see something like peaceful country in Europe that like I've never been to before, like countryside. As far as the U.S. goes, if money wasn't an option, I probably would also go to New York just to experience it because I've never been before. Mm-hmm. But the other place I'd go to would be Miami.
I can't picture you in Miami.
Just because I already like wearing Hawaiian shirts with like flowers and shit on them. Uh-huh. Like if I could, I would wear them every day. I just don't because I'm lazy. But go.
But I want to see you with like short shorts on though, like the neon orange or the neon pink. But I want to see like mid thigh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. I would wear those.
Like where you sit down, like this is nuts.
You're like, Dove, why is the Jimmy hanging out?
Yeah. Okay, those are pretty good spots.
Yeah.
You would have loved the hostel we stayed at in Florence because like we were above the city of Florence, up onto the hill, like leading into Tuscany. Nice. So honestly, you would have loved it.
Yeah. So you were like next to the countryside, basically, like
so
in
like,
between the countryside and the city.
We were in the hill, right?
Uh-huh.
And if you look down, you could see almost like in like a fucking cartoon, like the massive dome, whatever little other structures.
The Duomo.
And then like the little like areas surrounding, and then very far on the backside of Florence from us, you would see where the planes are coming in.
Gotcha.
Like I could search for the photo right now, but it would probably be a lot of dead air right now.
Yeah. Scrolling for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Those are pretty solid, honestly. That's why, like...
Dude, Florence, actually, now that I think about it, I would go back. That would be my third place, I'd think.
Me too. I'd go back again.
Go back to Florence or Venice, because, like, the Duomo is cool. I've been to the top of the Duomo. That big church, with the massive dome.
I didn't go to the top because I'm afraid of heights, but...
Dude, it was worth it, bro.
I'm sure it is.
I was, I'm not even joking, walking up those steps, and they had, they have railings and everything and to make it safe and all that. Dude, my mom had to force me to go up those stairs.
Like
I was shaking so bad, like actually scared. And then we got to the top, and I was like pressed up against the wall, because I didn't want to walk to the edge.
Dude, that's what I did at the Eiffel Tower.
Dude, and so I was like pressed up, like kind of looking up like this, like, oh, that's beautiful, that's beautiful. And then finally, my mom's like, just do it, just count 15 seconds and just stand at the edge, and I'll stand next to you, and then just look out. It's like, okay, fine. Took a deep breath, walked up to the edge, grabbed with white knuckle the bar, and I like looked out, and then it felt like everything melted away, and I just like looked out into the Italian countryside and was like over the city. It's like, wow, that was fucking worth it.
Yeah.
And then my, stupid bird brain looks down, and I almost puked, dude. I was like, let's just go fucking, I'm going to go back.
Because what people don't realize is like the dome, if you're standing next to the dome, even if you have an iPhone and put like the 0.5 camera on, you can't get the whole dome in the picture. The dome massive. Is absolutely massive.
It's huge.
To the extent where you're just like, how did humans build this?
They had an what's the word? They had an unfiltered fear of God.
Yes.
So they built that shit with their lives.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is. I'm trying to think where I would go.
Florence is a good option, though.
I think in the U.S., I'd really like to go to like somewhere where like the bison are, like Yellowstone.
You could go to Chicago and get robbed.
I've already been.
That's an experience.
I would never want to go back. And this is back when it was better.
Or if you want to experience Fallout, you can just go to Detroit.
Or if I want to get feces on me, I'd go to San Francisco.
San Francisco.
I'd never go back to San Francisco.
Dude, I want to see.
It's a nice city for photos, but like, I don't want to be worried about my
They have
safety.
a literal app that shows where there's feces on the ground.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, dude.
You can go to Chicago.
I would never go back to San Francisco.
No. I mean, it's very nice for photos, but again, like, it's not worth it.
That is it. If you're at the perfect time, right place to take a photo, good for you.
Yeah.
But that city's fucking gross, man.
But I just wouldn't trust myself, like, actually having to, like, focus and be like, okay, like, on a film photo, like, usually you take a little bit more time.
You let your guard down, and then you get, like, pissed on and then stabbed by a homeless guy.
You'd be like this, trying to hit focus, waiting for the perfect line, and you just get fucking blindsided.
Bap! You get knocked, or, like, someone comes and just grabs your junk and walks away. It's like,
Yeah.
You sick fuck. What are you doing? Get your hands off me, sicko.
I think I'd go somewhere peaceful, like Wyoming or something, to see the mountains or whatever.
Go to Yellowstone, dude.
Yeah, somewhere out there. I do want to get a picture of a bison.
Spend a fortnight in Yellowstone.
That'd be fun. Riding horses and shit.
Fighting skinwalkers and shit in pairs.
With the Benelli M4, the shotgun that John Wick uses.
Oh, yeah.
Do.
Yeah. Fuck.
I think, honestly, outside of the U.S., how would I... I'm trying to think.
There's a lot of places outside that I would want to visit.
Like, I obviously have been to Europe, but I haven't been to all of Europe. So there's a lot of places.
Northeastern Europe. You need to go to like Yugoslavia, where it's like miles of frozen tundra, and then like a town of 8,000 people.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Imagine I find my wife out there.
Hey, bro, you never know what could happen.
Hey, you never know.
You never know what could happen out there.
Ah, fuck. I think honestly, it's gonna be Japan. I know everyone says that, but I would think I'd want to spend a month there. But like,
dude, my mom said that you and I would like Japan.
Yeah, dude, it's beautiful. I mean, obviously, I'm not one of those where I'm going to romanticize Japan to the 100th degree, because obviously they have their own like set of problems, just like anywhere else,
Right.
But like mine would be like, I'd want to start from one side of Japan, make it through, and then be like, okay, where did we all collectively like the most?
And then go back to that place.
And then go back to that place, because every place has pretty much an airport, and their rail system is amazing.
Yeah.
It's the bullet train, right? So like,
I mean, I saw this one video of this guy, and he lives in the Saitama province or whatever, and it's like 40 minutes away from one of the main centers of town, of like Tokyo, or I don't know what other cities are nearby. But this guy's like, yeah, I pay like 50,000 yen, which is like $400 in rent a month. And he just takes the train, which is like not even half an hour to the main city. And he's right there. He doesn't have to drive, doesn't have to... doesn't own a car or anything.
There's niceness about not having to drive.
Yeah. Especially in a city like that where, like, there's so much shit.
Yeah.
Like, so much stuff. But the public transport is so good that, like, you don't need to have a car if you don't want to.
Yeah, it's not like the U.S. where you pretty much have to go into some type of debt.
You're forced to get a car, yeah.
Yeah. Because think about it. If we didn't have a car and we ever try to leave our area, get to the highway.
Dude, that fucking blows.
You would never be able to do it, really.
Like,
I mean, I'm sure there's a way, but it's
there's a way, yeah. With Uber, it makes it easier, but let's just assume Uber didn't exist. Like,
yeah. No, you're cooked out here.
You're cooked.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was pretty cool just to see, that perspective of like, yeah, I live kind of far from the city, air quotes, kind of far, but you can take a bullet train and be there like instantaneously.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
My struggle would be like, if I'm doing like a big trip, do I roll the dice and take film cameras, like enough film and stuff, and get good photos? Whereas, like, obviously with film cameras, you have like the chance of mechanical failure, electronic failure, which I would bring my Canons, not my Nikon, because I've had the problems with the Nikon.
Yeah.
Or do I go like only digital, but then miss some of the soul? But obviously, you can say do a bit of both. It's like, yeah, but that's also really hard to do. It is a lot of work to shoot digital and film.
I would say bring the nice digital camera, so you have like your one ready to go. That's like you're gonna be consistent with, and then bring a smaller, like maybe not as powerful film, something that's more easily stored, but that you can whip out for those one shot, like rare shots that you feel like film would be better.
Yeah,
and then you just bring 2 rolls of film, and then that's it. You just make sure you pick the shot that you want, and then get one film here and there.
That's true. Just bring like a simple film camera setup.
Because then it makes it like, when you have a more limited source to begin with, then it's more valuable, and you're like, now you're actually thinking about what shots are going to matter to you. And then when you take the photo and then you develop it, it adds more value. Yeah, I feel like, to the photo.
That's what I try to do in Hawaii.
It's like more rare,
One of my best shots I've ever had, in my opinion. I took a film and a digital backup. Like, the film would have been insane.
Was it the nice film, or was it your point and shoot film?
No, it was I shot off my Canon.
Oh, okay, okay.
This is the digital file. I don't want to search for it right now. But it's like the valley of that, where like the taro fields are.
And the way, like, what I like is in the distance, you can see like the clouds kind of mute the colors.
Yes.
As like the distance goes, like the light is hitting from a certain angle. That's a pretty cool photo, man.
I have it's actually kind of funny because I have a film and a digital backup of that one. So, like, obviously the digital one, in my opinion, just came out a little bit better and a little bit colory and a little bit.
You're probably able to manipulate it more.
Yeah, because one, I underexposed my shots so that I could bring everything back, since obviously my camera has really good dynamic range,
right?
Which is like details in the shadows and the highlights. So I would have completely loved the film shot if that was the only one that I had. But the fact that I had a digital one that was so crispy, no grain, no nothing, that's the reason why I like that one better. But if I only had the film shot, it would have probably been my best film photo. But I shot it on expired Fujifilm, which is the film that I bought purposefully for the trip. And I'm very happy with how the colors turned out and how it like looks, But I think that's probably what I'd have to do.
Yeah, you'd have to like balance it. Like, obviously focus on the digital one, like that's your main source of photos, but then bring something smaller along, where like for select shots or certain special scenarios you feel like it would make more of an impact with the film photo, then you have the option to whip it out and be like, okay, here's the one film for this scenario that I want to take.
Very true.
Because then imagine like you went only digital for a nice trip, and you got to a point where you're like, there's been more than 5 times where I could have taken that one film photo as a film backup, and it would have been nice.
Yeah.
Nice to have,
For sure. Damn, that makes me really want to go on a trip now again.
Yeah. I've been thinking of like, I've been talking to my mom actually about like places where we could go. But I know you want to visit Northern Europe. My mom and I were most specifically focused on Italy.
Oh, I'd go to Italy.
Just because we've been to Italy more than like any other country.
We probably have a better chance of communicating with Italians.
Oh,
since
yeah.
You guys know Spanish.
Right.
We already know Italian food is good.
Tanti auguri a te.
And
it's happy birthday.
Really?
Yes.
I'd have been like, "What'd you say?" No, I was like,
dude, I had to sing that at Macaroni Grill for happy birthdays.
Oh no.
Tanti auguri a te. Yeah.
Jesus.
It would be me, and no one wanted to sing ever because everyone's a fucking pussy at that restaurant. So no one had the balls to sing. So me and Kevin would have to go sing at every fucking table that asked.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I know at our restaurant that people ask, "Do you guys sing happy birthday?" I'm like, unfortunately, we do not.
I know. I love shutting people down for birthdays when they're like, "Do you guys do anything special for birthdays, like a sparkler or singing?" No.
Yeah.
Oh, really? No, we don't do none of that here.
Because
I'll take your picture.
You know what my
I'll take the family picture, but I'm not gonna fuck. I'm only saying twice at my job, and it's because David fucking forced me.
My thing is at like, okay, so say if you go to a fancy restaurant, sure.
Okay, yeah, if it's a fancy restaurant, whatever.
But if you're at your regular local like suburbia restaurants,
I don't give a fuck.
Like none of us care, and if it really mattered that much, you would do more for the person whose birthday it was. Don't put it on us. Put it on you.
And I had it actually. Well, I had a table that was like we knew the original family, so like the mom, the dad, and the kid. They always come in.
Yeah,
and they're super nice, and they're never extra. They're always an awesome table. They brought their family for like the grandmother's birthday or something, and it was like 20 people, but we knew them, so it was cool, you know.
Yeah.
They brought their own cake. They brought their own cutting knife for the cake.
Yeah.
The only thing they asked for was, can we have plates and forks at the end?
That's cool.
And then they had one little tiny like sparkle candle.
Yeah.
It wasn't like anything crazy, and they're like, can we just have a lighter for this little sparkle candle?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, sure. They asked for the photo, didn't ask for anything else. They didn't ask us to sing. They didn't ask us for any other bullshit. Yeah. It was great.
See, to me, that's completely okay. Like, I have people come in all the time like, oh, do you guys have a freezer we can put the cake in? Yeah, of course. You know, you guys actually took the extra steps to give a fuck rather than...
I'm totally down with that.
Anything for birthdays?
Do you guys do ice cream or free desserts for birthdays?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Unless I know the people like we've been vibing out, and I've been like, "Do you guys want to do?" Like
it depends.
Do you guys want to do X, Y, or Z on the house? And then they're like, "Oh my god, you would do that?" And
that's like, so rare.
You know,
I hardly do that for people.
I just do it, and then like obviously for that tip, you know. But it's like, it's crazy. I think that like when people get mad when like not higher end restaurants don't do anything. It's
like, dude, do you know where you are?
Do you know where you are? And one, like, we're literally giving away something for free just so you guys can, one, save money, and two, if it really mattered that much, like, I wouldn't rely on a restaurant to, like, say it was my next.
Right, I'm not going out with the hope of, like, oh, I hope they get me that free dessert.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That's ridiculous.
You're insane. Yeah. No way. But if I was at a restaurant where, like, I'm netting $250 in tips, and it's, like, a nicer restaurant, dude, I will sing to you in 3 languages.
Yeah. Because 259 is pretty solid.
Like, dude, for $250 a night, bro, I'm tap dancing over there.
Yeah.
I'm getting sturdy over there. I'm doing the jerk.
I'm hitting the fucking stanky
I'm doing the
leg.
moonwalk of the jerk. Whatever you want to, dude, I'm a break dancer for you.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever.
People are wild.
Yeah, it is wild for birthdays.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, if we, back to the traveling thing, if we went to travel anywhere, like Northeastern Europe, like Poland or any of those types of places up there, Sweden, that would be super fun.
That'd be really cool. I want to go to Copenhagen.
Copenhagen's a nice city.
I really want to go to Copenhagen.
I know you guys went to Amsterdam, but I want to go to Amsterdam so I could try the weed out there.
I don't think it's as good as U.S. weed, to be honest with you.
It may not be as good, but I still want to try it.
Uh-huh.
I still
want. Oh, well, it's everywhere. Like,
I still want to. Well, that's what I mean. You have the cafes and then the store. It's like on every fucking street, right?
Yeah. Every other building you walk by, like it's really strong.
It has the green cross on it.
It's really strong weed.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
I mean, I would for sure go back to Amsterdam just for like the fact is like when you walk around Amsterdam, you feel okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like walking like around a regular metro. It's because there's literally water that goes through the city, so you feel like it honestly feels like a DLC pack when you get into like a game, like you're playing a game, and then it's like, oh, we're doing the Nordic DLC pack, and now the city has like literally brick buildings, brick sidewalks, and then like 5 feet over is like water, and then people living on the water. It's literally how you would feel like a DLC would be.
Interesting.
In a video game.
So like in terms of safeness level, you know, a place like Amsterdam versus like a heavily, you know, the center of the city in Paris. It's like 2 opposite sides of the spectrum in terms of feeling safe. You know,
I never felt unsafe, or I felt like I was never really gonna get like, you know how obviously in Europe,
didn't feel like unsafe in Paris. Like when you were traveling with Max and DeAndre.
Okay, so in Amsterdam, I never like thought about safety at all.
You were just enjoying yourself the whole time.
Was maybe because we were already conditioned, knowing that like you're watching your back every second. It just as a normal human being to be safe, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
My guard was definitely higher in Paris, but also I was newer in the trip.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that Paris is a little more sketchy. Paris has a little more.
So as time went on, did you feel more safe going to different European cities, or was it still always like you had one city in mind where you definitely felt more safe than the other ones?
I would say the least safe I felt was in Paris.
Okay.
If I'm gonna have to sit here and think about it, I think Paris was the only one where I genuinely didn't feel safe at times. And
Just because of
then,
like the people, or like there was just so many people around, or was it just because of the way the city was?
because if I'm gonna be honest, Paris is nice in the nice area, just like anywhere else, right?
Sure.
But unless you're in that one little area where all the Gucci, Louis Vuitton, all those people, all
Uh-huh.
those stores, it's a smelly, stinky city. And the thing about Paris is there's a lot of street people that are trying to sell you weird stuff. They'll grab you to get your attention. It's very weird.
Uh-huh.
Like I remember one of these group of dudes. One dude grabbed my wrist, the same wrist where my Apple Watch was. So I thought he was going to try to steal
Oh
it from me.
shit.
So what they do is they put like a bracelet on you, and then they berate you to pay you. Or
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
my
yeah.
thought is they're going to give you a free bracelet to mark you, and then someone down the street is going to
It's gonna tag you. Yeah.
he's going to tag you. So because you're marked, and that was the only time like I ever shoved people off me and like pulled my arm away.
Well, yeah, because
And I was
it's
like actually like I used like I was like get the fuck off me, like actually pretty aggressive, you know,
Right.
to get them to leave us alone. But that's how Paris is. Like people bother you, they'll touch you, which is crazy. Like obviously as a bigger guy, like I didn't feel like anything was gonna go too sideways. But if I was like a smaller girl and like one of those dudes grabbed, I'd be fucking scared, you know?
Right.
But there was none of that in Italy, really, which I'm sure there is that in like probably the alleyways or something.
Mm-hmm.
I felt safe and happy in Italy. Austria, sometimes we were dipping into like more of the sketchier part of towns.
Okay.
But like even then, I didn't really feel like
You didn't feel like
I
you
didn't
had to
feel
constantly,
unsafe.
you know,
Yeah.
turn around or
because the
something
only
like
thing
that.
is like there was like the immigrants from like Middle East, you know, but
Oh,
they're
okay.
there opening shops making the good fucking food. So I was
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, we're cool here.
Yeah, you're gonna support those businesses for sure.
Amsterdam felt good. Where was it? So Paris is probably the least. Italy was great. Prague was great. Yeah, I think the only place where I was like had my guard up fully
Was in
was
Paris.
in Paris. But other
Yeah.
than just the normal guard, that there I was a little more like scanning, you know.
Yeah.
But as far as everywhere else, I felt more like normal safe.
In Paris, I remember specifically. I don't know. I couldn't even look it up right now. It'd take too much time on the Google Maps. But there's a park in Paris, somewhere in the city, and it's a huge park. They got fountains. They got like a big, you know, man-made kind of lake thing where people race boats and
Oh wow.
have their RC boats and shit like that. But there's a little park inside the park, and it's like fenced off, and it's like big. It's like a huge playground for kids, and I think you pay like $1 or something, and then you can like get in. I don't know if there's a time limit or anything. I don't remember, but they have this. It's like a track. You know how fuck? How do I explain it? Like in a lot of those gym parks that you see here in the States,
Yeah.
they have that one like I'd say it's an attraction, or you could call it a ride or something. You like sit on the little string, right? Something, and then it carries you on a track, and the thing it's attached right above you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so it had one of those, and it was like it started off pretty high. You jump down, you catch the momentum, and then it takes you along the track.
Yeah.
You know, with your
It's almost like a zip line, but it's on actually a rail.
it's on a rail, not
Yeah.
not
Okay,
a line.
yeah.
Yes, and then you hang on with the string or whatever. And there was a kid who did that, and he was standing on it, not sitting. You're supposed to sit on it, but he was standing on it. It was a little kid, probably about 6 years old, and he was standing with his feet, you know, on the little platform. And he was going fast as fuck because like these other kids pushed him down.
Yeah.
Swings around the corner. You know, he kind of like catches the gravity, so he's like leaning sideways.
Yeah.
And as he's going around sideways super fast, there's another kid running, and with the bottom part of that thing, hits the kid. Kid catches like 4 feet of air, like a rag doll, bro.
Yeah.
Arms and legs out, just
Like doing the
midair,
peace sign essentially?
like doing the peace sign. You know, just like a C, like completely like bent.
Like an anime character.
Like an
getting
anime
hit.
character. Kid went flying in slow motion, like toppled 2 or 3 other kids over. Bah, 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 rolled over, laying down with like the arm behind the back, like when they not get knocked out in Family Guy. You know,
Yeah.
he's like all broken on the ground, and all the kids ah. And then, yeah, everyone's laughing and screaming, and then like the parents come up like, oh my god, oh fuck, you know, you knocked my kid off. It was pretty funny to watch.
The kid ended up being okay or no?
Oh yeah, the kid ended up being fine, but it's like when you're just watching kids play, and
Yeah.
then like some shit like that happens, you're like, dude, what the fuck, dude? It was pretty
Controversial
funny.
opinion about Europe. I like the pay bathrooms.
Oh,
How,
like
how,
paying a euro or something.
You had to pay to get in.
Uh-huh.
Honestly,
Because it deters weirdos from hanging out in there.
or it deters just people from bumming out in there, or doing drugs in there, or
That's
whatever.
yeah,
weird
that's
stuff.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Max didn't like it. He thought that was weird, but I was like, no, bro. Like, this is good for the people that actually want to use a sanitary, nice restroom.
Because one, it not that it forces the person, but it's like, okay, I have to pay $1, so like I'm gonna make that dollar worth it. I'm not gonna piss and shit on the ground in here. I'm not gonna like ruin the inside of this thing. Like I'm gonna do my business and get the fuck out.
Yeah,
and that's it.
The cool thing about like one of the places in Paris, like, and like even in like Prague and stuff, like you like the McDonald's bathroom itself, you had to pay for, you know. Howbeit the machine was malfunctioning.
Yeah.
That day, but like in Paris, when you would pay for the restrooms, we were at the Notre Dame.
Oh,
So like you walk down these steps into the ground.
Yeah, there's like an underground portion of that.
There's
thing.
literally a staff down there, like 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
One person like helps clean or whatever, takes the money, gives you the change, and then they also have like a little convenience store down there, which is very weird.
Yeah,
like candy bars, little things that you might want.
Yeah,
and it was nice because they would clean the bathroom. Probably it looked like just like quick wipe downs, this like that and the other, like every probably 10 minutes, I would assume. Just like as people are using it, they're keeping it clean. And I was like, dude, this is nice. The fact that like if I wanted to and if I had to, I could sit down, take a dump in peace, and knowing that I'm not sitting on like piss, blood, whatever,
like layers of germs that have been piling up over the days or weeks. To
me, it was really nice to be like, oh my god, like they have it right. Whereas like, you ever go into a public bathroom here in San Diego somewhere?
And it's like
no,
and it's like watching a Saw movie.
Yes, like, it literally looks like a Saw movie. People are sitting down in there,
horrible,
washing their clothes in the sink and shit. And
dude,
I'm like,
no way. Another example of that is like, okay, in Paris or in some places in Europe, like you have to pay to use the bathroom, like, and they're nice as fuck in there. In Seattle, dude, when I didn't have a car and I was taking the bus, like you'd have to see the filth of the city.
Yeah,
there were times where. When the homie and I we'd go meet up with Dude, right?
Yeah.
Or like we'd go either with Batman or...
You guys are doing side quests.
We're doing side quests.
Just leave it at that.
And yeah, we're doing side quests. And so we had to take the bus downtown. And sometimes when we were meeting with Smurf by the airport, we would have to take the monorail. We wouldn't take the bus anymore.
Yeah.
So we'd had to take the monorail that stops in the middle of downtown. And when you go down underground to get to the monorail, they have these little like cutouts where there's like elevator access that goes down 2 or 3 floors, and in those elevator cutouts there's signs that said please don't go to the bathroom here, please try to keep it sanitary. Obviously no one gives a shit over there.
Yeah.
And it literally, like, you walk by those cutouts to get to the monorail and you can smell the piss on the concrete. You can see literal feces smeared on the ground, on the walls, like diapers on the ground. Like, it's disgusting, bro. It smells so fucking bad. It's horrible.
Yeah, dude.
And like seeing that, and it's like, dude, you could not do this in America.
No.
You could not make people, like, people already don't want to pay to buy a soda just to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
At places, you know what I mean? Like how some places say it's only for paying customers.
Yeah.
Like most people, they don't even want to do that. They just would rather shit out in the street.
Yeah.
Or piss out in the corner by a building somewhere. It's horrible. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it is gross.
But so like, yeah, I would rather, you know, if there were paid bathrooms in public like that and they were like actually upkept, like I would do that. I would not care.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
I would pay the 50 cents or the $1 to use a clean public bathroom.
Yeah,
that's totally fine in my mind.
That's totally okay, because it's like nobody cares about a public bathroom until you're that person where you're about to piss or shit yourself.
Dude, and then you can't sit because it's like encrusted with, you know, you can, let's say you get like a worm or some tapeworm or some shit. Yeah. Like you don't know what's, like
skin infection.
You don't know what's on there.
Yeah. No, 100%. That's why I was disgusting. Like, dude, this is nice. Like, I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Max was like, no, I don't like it. And I was like,
nah, dude.
Bro, get out of here. Like, there's no way you would, like, rather it be free and then, like, when you go to use the toilet, you get fucking, like, some type of, like, skin-to-skin disease or something.
Absolutely
weird.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Deplorable.
I was like, no, this is nice.
The other thing, though, you know, I still remember the piss and shit smell of downtown Seattle, but I also remember the piss and shit smell of the metro in Paris. That's the other smell that I will always remember. Uh-huh. And it's like...
Yeah, dude, when you walk by the metro in Paris, like, we never took the actual... Well, once we were leaving
You never went into the metros?
No, once we left the city, we were in the train
Oh,
station.
dude, I used the metros a lot
But
when I was in
like,
Paris.
I remember walking past
Uh-huh.
the metro itself, and it literally did smell like just straight up piss.
Because the air is coming from that inside out.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can smell it. So, like,
it's so bad.
if you go in there to the ones, like, in the middle of the city, you're using the metro down there, you, like, walk down, and it's, like, it's not a distinct smell of piss and shit, but it's, like, its own version of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It smells like human and animal piss, like, cranked up to 12.
Yeah,
It's
and
gross.
it's just like in there, you know what I mean? So I just remember because I was like 11 or 12 or 13 years old.
Uh-huh.
And I just remember walking through the metros like with my parents and just being like, smells good.
It smells nice and good.
Nice and good. My double wide surprise.
Oh, no. That's such a
Jesus.
good video. Ow, you're hurting me.
And like you see the grip on his hand,
Yeah.
the skin like
and like
coming.
you see the skin coming through, like bro's got a mean grip on him.
Like he's grabbing Play-Doh, like white knuckled out, and it's like squeezing through the cracks of his fingers. Yeah.
If you want to have a bad time or a good time, depending on how sick you are, in this case, we are sick.
Yeah.
Look up the Meat Canyon Bugs Bunny video where he's talking.
It's not on YouTube anymore.
It's not. They took it off.
It was copyright issues because it's Looney Tunes,
Oh, you're right. Well, I'm sure.
or not
you could-
Looney Tunes, but you know those characters.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you could find it somewhere, you guys.
You could find it, yeah, if you,
easily.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
there's a re-upload on a smaller channel that hasn't gotten flagged. 'cause
or
it's
on
not big
another
yet.
web or another video sharing website probably has it or something.
Probably
Reddit,
Twitter somewhere. Or X,
Twitter
whatever you
somewhere,
wanna call it.
Reddit. Yeah, somebody has a copy
It's
of
a.
it.
It's obviously a horrible video, but it's just so bizarre that it's funny.
Yeah,
Or how about the? Did you try the Big Mac?
it's creepy, bro.
It's like, wow, I just don't know why you didn't like the Big Mac.
And then like every time he blinks, like
It's somewhere shittier.
it's like somewhere different, but scarier. It's like how do you
What
keep?
does he say? That's an '84 Celica in the parking lot.
I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I can't imagine like being in that state of mind where you're like, you're going in and out of consciousness, and every time you come to, you're like in a different location, meaning that like you were transported, you were picked up,
You're getting farther and farther from the public eye.
and you were, you know, you're getting picked up and moved to these locations, and then what's grabbing you while you're passed out? You have no idea. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's
You don't know what's happening to you while you're out.
That's nightmare
Like,
fuel.
the weirdest thing can happen.
nightmare fuel.
What was the other one that we liked? So it was
It was Bugs Bunny one.
the one that we kept laughing about in Europe was the regular show one.
Oh, yeah. Rigby and Mordecai,
Yeah,
where
yeah, when they
he's
had-
giving him the gumball.
Yeah.
He goes, whoa. He's like grabbing. He's like, whoa, not so fast.
Yeah.
They're tender.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
dude,
what is it?
holy fuck, dude.
And then Pops walks by and goes, oh, jolly good, jolly good, because he knows what's going
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
They're getting
yeah.
assaulted, and he just leaves. That's terrible.
It's like, now you're gonna be a good boy for me, aren't you,
Yeah. He goes,
dude?
now be a good boy for me.
Bro, that video, I could like in my mind, I was imagining it because it wasn't real, but I could feel the hot breath like
Yeah.
right on the nape of my neck, and then like right behind my ear, like the moisture building up.
Yeah.
From his hot ass breath, stank ass breath.
He goes, you want to do that for me? He goes, because if it's good for me,
It's good
it's
for
good
you.
for you.
Holy,
That's horrible.
that's so disgusting, bro. That makes the hairs on my body stand up.
You know, I didn't think the video was as good, because as far as being creepy, but it's funny to think that like Sam Sulek has one.
Oh yeah.
It's like he's sitting there like working out and he's all buff and the kid is
Like, absolutely
I'm sorry,
massive.
I was looking at you. He goes, "That's okay," and he fucking gives him like.
He's like, "Do you want to
the
be
buff-
strong?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, sure." And he like digs his thumb into his skin and then like gives him muscle, and he's like in so much pain. He's like, "Ah,
Yeah.
fuck."
I wonder what Sam thought when he saw that.
There's a video of him reacting to it.
Oh, is it really? I
And
gotta
his
look at it.
reaction is so calm. He's like, yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
He's like, I look pretty good there.
Yeah. I like a word he likes to use is freaky. I want to look freakier. That'd be funny. I gotta look up that video.
Look up the reaction. It's pretty funny. I seen it recently, a couple of days ago, actually. It was on my YouTube Shorts feed.
Really? Oh.
You know I like my YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Just I only do that because I know you prefer TikTok over or Reels and stuff over
Well,
the
just
YouTube
know
Shorts.
I have the TikTok deleted,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
but I do find myself every once in a while getting into like the hole that is the Instagram Reels, and then I gotta remember like go do something productive.
Yeah.
You know,
Because then you get sucked in for like
that
2
red
hours.
pill style. They're like get off your ass and go work. No. It's like, oh, I could probably be either meal prepping.
I could be doing like, something more productive.
Yeah, doing something like
2 hours of fucking scrolling,
like
mind-numbing.
Like fucking laundry, even, you know.
Yeah.
How long have we been going for?
Damn, we're about an hour and 5 minutes now.
Damn, we fucking killed that.
We did. That was a good episode.
We'll try to think about what the title of this one will be. We'll figure it out.
It'll probably be something along the lines of traveling or the cruise.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out at the end.
Yeah. All right, you guys. We'll see you again. Hopefully, I don't sleep in next week, which I won't because I turned off my alarm today. So, we will see you on the next episode of the Earthboys podcast.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you later.
Have a good one.
Bye.